Hey folks, welcome to Recipe School, and today we'll be cooking a French menu. For a starter, we'll have a French onion soup. For the main dish, orange chicken with mashed potatoes. And for dessert, bubble rum. Let's get started. Let's start by the onions. Cut the onions in half, then cut the sides and peel the skin off. Now, cut the half onions into thin slices. For this recipe, we'll be using beef stock, but if you don't have that at home, you can dissolve 2 beef stock cubes into hot water. In a medium or large pan, add the butter, the olive oil on a medium heat. Then add the onions and cook them, stirring often, until they have softened and browned for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now increase the heat, add the sugar, and stir a little bit more for about 5 minutes until the onions get a little bit more browned. Add the wine and continue cooking until the onions are well browned, about 10 to 15 more minutes. Now, lower the heat, add the all-purpose flour and stir for a few seconds. Then add the beef stock, stir a little bit, and season with pepper and salt to taste. Stir a little bit more, and then cover the pot and cook for about 15 more minutes. While our French soup is cooking, let's prepare the toast. Spread butter just in one side of the bread slices. Also, grate the cheese and set aside. In a frying pan, toast one side of the bread slices with butter. With our toast and our French onion soup ready, let's go to the next step. Ladle soup into ramekins or balls that can be put in the oven. Also, place one slice of the toast on the top of the soup. The toasted side will be in touch with the soup. And sprinkle the grated cheese on top of it. Bake it on a preheated oven to 392 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes until the cheese is bubbly and lightly browned. After that time, take the French onion soup from the oven and it's ready to serve. And that's it, French onion soup. Enjoy it. Start by cutting the boneless chicken breast into 2 or 3 fillets. Then chop the garlic and add it to the chicken. Do the same with the onions. Chop the onions and then add to the chicken. Also, season with pepper and salt. Now, in a pressure cooker, place the fillet seasoned with onion, garlic, pepper and salt, the orange juice, granulated sugar, and olive oil. Close the pressure cooker, shake a little bit to mix the ingredients, and heat at a medium heat. When gets pressure, count 10 minutes and turn off the heat. While the chicken is cooking, let's prepare the mashed potatoes. Start by peeling off the potatoes and cut them into 4 pieces. Place the potatoes in a medium pan, cover with water, and cook on a medium heat for about 25 minutes until tender. When cooked, drain the water from the potatoes and bring them back to the heat. This step can be done in a mixer or in a pan. Mash the potatoes using a fork or a potato masher. Then add milk, butter, mayonnaise, and mustard. And stir well until combine all ingredients. Keep mixing in a medium heat for about 3 minutes until you get a smooth mashed potatoes. Also, taste and season with salt if needed. Now, back to the chicken. Take off the pressure of the pressure cooker and grill both sides of the chicken in a frying pan just to get a brown color. And now let's make the sauce. Strain the sauce into a saucepan. Also, mix the all-purpose flour with milk and add it to the sauce and stir until thick on medium heat. Now, let's plate our dish. Place the mashed potatoes on half of the plate and place the chicken fillet on the other side of the plate. Then, ladle the sauce on top of the chicken. If you want some spicy, add chopped pepper on top of the chicken. And that's it! Orange chicken with mashed potatoes. Enjoy it! For the cake, add in a bowl the all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, butter, dry yeast, and eggs. For this step, you can use a mixer or a spoon. Mix until combine all the ingredients. Cover the dough and allow it to rise for about 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, mix a little bit of dough and also grease the little baking pans with butter and all-purpose flour. Divide the dough among the baking pan and let it rest for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, bake them in a preheated oven to 356 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes or until they golden. While the cake is baking, let's prepare the Rhum syrup. In a medium pan, bring the water, sugar, and rum, and boil them for about 10 minutes on medium heat. Ten minutes later, we have our rum syrup. With our rum syrup done and our cakes baked and cooled, unmold them from the baking pans and soak them in the rum syrup. Turn them several times. They should absorb most of the syrup. To plate, add the cake on a plate. Put a little bit more rum syrup and place chantilly on top of it. And that's it, bubble rum. Enjoy it!